Yeah.
And it feels like every week there's like a different assortment of, you know, Greater Toronto area players.
So this one's interesting. Usman, this is like probably Usman's historically most practiced matchup.
Against who?
Prince.
Oh, true. That makes sense.
Like, he's played, those two have been playing way, like, together for years and years and years.
Though I will say, I think that Prince and Peyton are not particularly similar players.
Oh, not even a little bit, I don't think. I think, like, yeah, Peyton's gameplay, like, way more revolves around, like, playing around, or playing with lasers and playing around that. Prince is more about, like, the walling, playing, like, vertically instead of horizontally. But, yeah. Let's see how this goes. This is a pretty early lead, but also, like, you know, it's not really a lead. You know?
I know. I mean, like, this is at the percent where, you know, one back air or one strong hit to put somebody over. I mean, like, once Captain Falcon gets somebody like 60%, you're one stomp me away from you.
Yeah, it's true. That's one of the things I hate about playing characters that aren't Puff, is Puff only gets, like, stomp beat on one stage.
Yeah, it's
really annoying.
It sucks, man.
So yeah, this is like not a lead. In Fox Falcon, like the adage is you get your 3% and then up smash knocks down and then the matchup changes. I don't know what, I guess dare knockdown percent is probably like your relevant benchmark in this matchup.
Yeah, because I mean, yes and no, I think, because it's funnily enough, like you end up getting less consistent punish game because of the dare knockdown. But because you're forced to tech chase at that point, as opposed to just like the stun stand into shine, right?
That's true too. And also Falco just like can't reaction tech chase. So.
Right, that's what I mean. You
Yeah.
just have to guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he can like tactically reaction tech chase in like depending on circumstance, but
he can also set up like reaction tech chases where if he guesses wrong, he shoots a laser, and then it creates like a 50-50 after, where if he guesses right, then he gets the hit anyway. So.
Ooh,
that's good.
Too low.
Usman used his his invincibility really well there.
I feel like that there's a good chance that this goes very close this whole set down.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Sorry, go ahead.
So I just feel like Peyton's been playing pretty well lately, and you know Goose is a little bit rusty, and also just Peyton's such a patient player, man.
Yeah, I think the main thing that actually is going to determine who wins this, based on what I've seen so far, is who's more willing to like do the overshoot and interact a little more, because it feels like both of them get opened up when they're just like waiting for the other person to swing, but the other person just keeps taking space. It's pretty crazy.
I mean, it's a very patient. For two characters who have a reputation for people wanting to play them because they think they're cool. It's a cool guy. This is a very methodical, patient, deliberate head-to-head.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's him back.
Yeah, Peyton did that a couple times actually. He did that in neither time Usman killed him, but oh, that shine at his shield only worked because Usman gentleman.
Those interactions in Melee are so frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
You just end up getting, like, you throw out a move and you get clipped because you stuck out your limb.
Yeah, yeah.
A big stupid Yoshi head, whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, no, it happens with my big-ass foot against Fox up air all the time. That one is the one that gets me at my Goose.
That's understandable.
Okay, pretty dead even. Usman tried to hit the skip neutral button, but it got stuffed out by a laser. Peyton's like, no, we will play neutral.
Just barely crosses him up. That shield grab would have been disastrous. But
yeah.
Right, even now, like any stray hit's gonna end this game.
Yeah, Usman always drifts back.
He does.
Always.
I did notice.
Yeah, and you just because I always think that you use dash attack to edge guard too much, but against Usman, it's unironically very, very good because it'll catch the furthest out drift grapple edge.
Yep. No, it's funny in this matchup, like in the Falcon matchup, I've realized that you really can't sometimes. Like the dash attack can be so bad, so I try to down smash or do anything else when I can.
Yeah.
Man, that weak knee up air is just.
It's one of the things where I really wish we played PAL. Like some things I don't like about PAL like some of the changes to Falco, for instance. But honestly, actually, maybe the changes to Marth are the worst ones. But weak knee is the weak knee nerf is so sick.
What did they change about it? I'm actually not familiar.
It doesn't have nearly as much base knockback, so you can't gimp people with it.
That's significant because that's like bread and butter Falcon shit.
Yeah, and the other thing is changes easier gentleman.
I mean, that's a nice quality of life thing.
Yeah, it's because it's like bugged in NTSC. He's got one more chance.
I mean, barely.
Yeah, there he was slightly too low to actually get a mix. Peyton just had to like not fuck up basically. But easier said than done, you know, when your back's against the wall. The amount of times I've lost sets or games to letting go of ledge slightly too early.
Oh, I mean, yeah. It's like it's so easy to know what to do when you're like watching something back or not the one playing it. But man, like sometimes the simplest things become a nightmare to execute when you're actually playing bracket.
Yeah, well, it's because I find especially with edge guarding, characters like Falcon or like doing rinse repeats, it's like really easy to fall out of the zone because there's like a lot of dead time, you know? Mm-hmm. You're like waiting for them to come back. Easy to overextend. Great read on the side B there.
And yeah, Usman really running away with the game too.
Yeah, he's like he's holding his lead. He's like just hitting harder right now. Yeah. Thank you.
Just a massive read on that recovery. And for having such a long game one, game two just disappeared.
Yeah, it felt like Usman caught on to Peyton's laser timing pretty aggressively, and like just found the open ups.
Mm-hmm. I'll be curious to see if he's managed to do the same thing without the platforms that is aid. Because
this is a prime of a matchup on this stage.
It's like because Captain Falcon's legs go pretty far, but the gun goes a little bit further.
Well, he's like basically the only character who can't doesn't have a consistent strat to low profile or avoid lasers on FD, right? Like Fox and Marth can dash underneath them. She can wave dash underneath them.
I mean, you just got to jump over him, right? Or take him and muscle your way in.
But if you jump over, like, how's Falcon going to come down if Falco positions himself well, right? Like,
no, you're not wrong.
Great edge guard mix-up there. That was really smart by Peyton, actually. Bad SC, obviously. There's no such thing as a good SC. But
yeah, he's just like shooting forward with side B.
Yeah,
trying to get wherever he can.
It's like that side B's like that, or like you're relinquishing agency. You're like,
yeah, this is like the Jesus take the wheel at Super Smash Bros.
Please hit, like, yeah. Especially when you're like you've tried hard to like move through the lasers in a way that gets you something, and you're not getting through. You're like, well, maybe if I don't think about it and just hit the button, it'll work, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like every Falcon player has the same impulse. They're always like, oh, this is the spot where the side B is gonna work. But they're universal. It's like, like you can sniff it coming from a mile away. It's Falcons and Ganons.
Yeah, it's like the Jungian collective unconscious, you know, like.
Yeah. Hit me with some COD TV right now.
Yeah, too much of a deep cut, I guess.
Yeah.
But no. So I think Peyton's doing a lot better, like holding the lead, and also Usman's just running off stage and dying. So
I mean, it does help. But yeah, this is about as one-sided as the previous game was.
Yeah.
Nice tech.
I wonder where we'll go the next game. Probably Dreamland.
I would imagine.
Yeah, if Usman liked the top plat where it was.
All right, taking that big breath.
Oh, Stadium.
Stadium's interesting to me because I feel like it really plays. One, it was where they started, right? Game one was on Stadium.
Yes, it was.
And to me, in my head, this really feeds back into the things that Peyton has really been using successfully, right? That horizontal space, walling, Usman out.
Peyton is the best player in the world if he's up half the stock and shooting lasers underneath the side of the underneath the stadium side platform.
I mean, does anybody have that many hours?
He's unbeatable. Like I started banning stadium against him because I don't know how to beat it.
It's I think it is a perfect strategy.
Yeah, pretty hard to beat. Okay, up throw, up air. Okay, I was wrong. I don't know how Falcon punishes space use really. It always feels so arbitrary to me sometimes. I'm like, I have no idea what's gonna come next. Besides like the stomp knee stuff.
I think it is a little bit arbitrary because all of the moves, almost all of his moves, is Sakurai angle.
Oh yeah, really? Huh.
All of his aerials. I think up air doesn't. One of the up air angles does, but then nair, back air, and funnily enough, knee, I believe.
Huh.
All. Yeah, the 4 of his 5 aerials Sakurai angle, so it's like, doesn't really matter which one you do, it's just depending on knockback.
Yeah.
The tree is whatever you want it to be.
Did you know that, because of how low, like how light Puff is, she doesn't like really get Sakurai angled by knee.
Really?
Yeah.
So
and she can also floor hug it because her ACB doesn't change for way longer than everyone else. She can like floor hug it to 100.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay. That was desperate, but
yeah,
just not quite far enough. 22% is good though. That's like, yeah, we're at dare knockdown now.
Just managing to catch Usman with the up tilt. Shades of Vic Vucci, might I say?
Yeah, yeah. Vic actually is a genius for up tilting twice, you know? Like, I never up tilt twice. I had the first one whiffs, I'm like, I gotta get out of there. I get the crouch.
Yeah, that's a you thing.
Yeah.
I'll sit there and up tilt 6 times and play in spaces. It's like, it's a good move, man. Might as well.
Yeah, I guess so. It's definitely good reward. Up B high. Oh, wow. I thought he was up B high for sure.
I mean, it didn't matter, but he really had that read for a second.
Yeah.
All right, and we're on to our game 5.
This is interesting because I feel like Peyton's kind of exhausted the stages that he probably wants to use, but Fountain is still good for him, I think. Like,
I mean, traditionally, this is a good Falco stage in this matchup, but I feel like it doesn't play into the strengths that Peyton's had so far, right? He doesn't have a side plat to play under. He doesn't have a ton of horizontal space.
I think when the side plats are low, but like not low enough for, but like not so low that Falco's head pokes out, I think they're actually pretty good for Peyton, just because it's hard to get underneath him. You have to like approach him from the side, but like this height is slightly too high on the left side, but still pretty good. Oh, it's showing as 0-0.
Oh, is this a game 5, everybody? I don't know why their scores are set 2-2.
I think because you reset the thing in between games, right? Like at the
you are probably right.
Yeah.
But here we go.
This is so funny. It's like this is, like I said, determined by when someone swung. Like the person who actually made something happen got rewarded for it.
But let's see how much Peyton can make this lead. Oh, that could do it. Well, I hate to break it to you, Zappy, but one of these guys is going home.
Yeah.
Or hanging out and having some beers and watching the game upstairs.
Yeah, Usman, known drinker of beers.
Ah. He's better win then.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I'm being professional.
Yeah. They have a good non-alcoholic on tap.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Is that what you've been drinking?
That's what I drink most of the time. I'm trying to drink less.
That's fucked up. You've been gaslighting me this whole time.
No one asked! Sometimes I'll have a drink. Like last week I did. But not the week before, but the 2 weeks before that I did.
Sure. I play like terribly whenever I have like one beer.
Yeah, me too.
Which is, but I decided I'm gonna have fun, and I just drank a beer.
That's a good way to live your life, you know. Man, Peyton just has really good reads on how Usman's pressuring his shield. Yeah, really slow gameplay here, but they're being really careful with how they pick their spots. Like, Usman's behind, so if he knows if he tries to, like, run in at Falco, he's just going to get up tilt back air.
Oh,
That's probably it, yeah.
And we're pretty even now.
Honestly, I feel more so than any of the other analysis I've been giving, this set has been determined who throws themselves off stage more.
I mean, it's not an ideal place to be.
No, it is not.
I mean, I don't know if that's... I mean, if you want more analysis like that, I'll...
Well, I'm just saying it's happening a lot.
It is.
Okay, he made it back. That was close. I think Usman probably could have made that a little harder, but the positioning and timing was hard. Try and grab. Oh, he messed up his wave dash forward back air. I think that's probably what that was. That's a kill. Yeah.
That's it.
So Usman now taking the lead. He was playing from behind, but not anymore.
This reads the roll out.
Yeah, Peyton has been representing it early. I don't remember the last time he spot dodged, so. Oh, he tried to get tricky, but then Usman just did like the no mix-up mix-up.
I mean,
oh, that's
gotta be it. Or
nope.
just
Yeah.
a bad edge
The
grab.
Usman drift back special.
I will say Goose's edge recovery is pretty good.
It is good. It's really hard to edge guard him. He's like, in my opinion, probably like one of the hardest in the world to edge guard for me. I think like JoJo's really hard to edge guard too, but Usman like pretty consistently gives me a hard time, and he's used to like my tricks as well. So hey, open up.
Oh, nice up tilt. Nice, good awareness.
Oh, that's no jump.
This might
One
be.
more.
Oh,
he knocked him back on stage.
But that
up
tilt.
tilt.
Oh, that's it.